Feeding shouldn't feel like this. Some parents spend weeks trying every nipple cream on the market. Others buy nipple shields, special pillows, 3 different pumps, anything to make it stop hurting. And still, every feed, they brace themselves. But here's what almost nobody tells you in the hospital. Pain during breastfeeding isn't something you just have to push through. It's not a sign that your body is broken or that you're doing this wrong. In the vast majority of cases, it comes down to one single fixable thing. Lactation consultants have a name for it. They call it the latch. And once you understand what's actually happening in those first few seconds of a feed, you'll never look at it the same way again. Because this isn't about toughing it out for a few more weeks. It's about one small adjustment, 30 seconds long, that changes everything. Picture this. Your baby's mouth opens wide, really wide, like a yawn, right before they come onto the breast. That wide-open moment isn't random. It's actually the whole secret. When a baby latches well, they don't just close their lips around the nipple. They take in a large mouthful of breast tissue, with the nipple drawn far back toward the soft palate near the back of their mouth. Their lips flange outward like a fish instead of curling in tight. Their chin presses into the breast, their nose stays clear, and their cheeks stay rounded instead of caving in with each suck. When that happens, the nipple sits in a place where it's cushioned and protected, and the baby's tongue and jaw do the real work of moving milk out, not friction on the nipple itself. That's why a good latch, even in the very first days, shouldn't hurt. A little tenderness as your body adjusts in the first week or so is common. Sharp, wincing, toe-curling pain every single feed is not. Researchers who study infant feeding, including groups at children's hospitals and lactation programs, have found something reassuring. Latch problems are mechanical, not personal. They're not about your milk supply, your body type, or how naturally this is supposed to come to you. A baby's mouth shape, tongue movement, and positioning all interact in a specific way, and small shifts, the angle you hold your baby, how far back that nipple sits, change everything about how much pressure lands where. And this isn't about privilege or resources either. Whether you've read every book or none of them, whether you have a lactation consultant on speed dial or you're figuring this out alone at 3 a.m., the mechanics are the same for every parent and every baby. This is fixable with knowledge, not money. There's a classic moment lactation consultants describe over and over in slightly different words. A mother comes in, exhausted, certain that something is wrong with her body. She's tried everything, different creams, different positions guessed from a pamphlet, and nothing has worked. Then a consultant sits with her for one single feed, not 5, 1. She watches the baby's chin, the angle of the mouth, how far back that nipple actually sits. She makes one adjustment, tilting the baby's head back slightly, waiting for that wide gape before bringing baby to breast instead of breast to baby. And the pain, the thing that felt permanent, simply isn't there anymore. That's the pattern lactation specialists see again and again. It was never a flaw in the parent. It was a fixable mechanical detail nobody had shown them yet. So, if you've been gritting your teeth through every feed, this isn't about failure. You didn't do anything wrong by not knowing this. Nobody hands new parents a diagram of the wide gape on their way out of the hospital. You're not alone in this, and you're not behind. Here's the simple framework to try today. 1. Wait for the wide gape. Before your baby latches, tickle their lip with your nipple and wait until their mouth opens like a yawn, not a small O, a real wide open gape. 2. Bring baby to breast, not breast to baby. Lead with their chin, aiming your nipple toward the roof of their mouth so it lands far back, not on their lips. 3. Check the signs. chin buried in the breast, cheeks rounded, not dimpled in, lips flanged outward, more areola above their top lip than below. 4. If it still hurts after latch, break the seal gently with a clean finger and try again. You can even say it out loud, gently, to your baby. Let's try that again, sweet pea. There's no rush and no harm in resetting. None of this requires a single product, not a nipple shield, not a specialty pillow, not an app that tracks your feeds down to the minute. The wide Gape costs nothing and takes seconds, and it does more than any $40 cream ever will. Presence and technique beat products every time. If you've made it this far, exhausted, still showing up for every feed despite the pain, you're already doing more than you realize. That kind of persistence, at 3 a.m., half asleep, still trying to get this right for your baby, that's not nothing. That's love in its most physical, unglamorous form. And learning this one small mechanical detail doesn't just change your feeds, it starts to change how you see yourself in this whole journey. Not as someone whose body failed at something it was supposed to know how to do, but as someone willing to learn, adjust, and keep showing up. That's the kind of parent you're becoming. Not perfect, not effortless, but paying attention and willing to try again. If this helped you, or if you know a parent white-knuckling through every feed right now, hit subscribe. Every week we bring you the science behind the moments nobody explains to you, backed by real research, not guesswork. And if this changed how you'll approach your next feed, give it a like so it reaches the next exhausted parent scrolling for answers at 3 a.m. Because it was never about gritting your teeth harder. It was always about that one wide open gape, small enough to miss, big enough to change everything.